in you doing
Well,
that
people
job.
do, because there is age discrimination, because there are a lot of places they're not hiring older people because they may not be as computer savvy and things like that. So there are people who feel, really threatened by that.
But does the number really matter at all? I would think that if you're 50 years of age and you look like you're 40, well, then be proud of it. If you're 70 and you look like you're 55, be proud of it. The last thing you want to do is say you're 60 years old and you look like you're 60 and you tell everyone you're 50. But
one thing about
in the end, when it comes
though.
to your age, I personally feel like you should be proud of your age. Age truly is just a number. What really matters is what we call your real age, and that's determined by how healthy you are as you live your life.
Right, and even if you are telling the truth about your age, you may still be wrong. Now there's a new test which reveals your biological age and could potentially predict how long you live, your life expectancy. And who is this from? Well, SpectraCell Lab created a test that measures your telomeres. Do you remember your telomeres?
Oh, yeah.
They're the little tails on chromosomes. And what they do, they prevent chromosomes from fraying. When chromosomes age, like any part of your body, the telomeres fray, and it's telling how you are aging and your true body age.
I mean, it's a sexy test and it's a neat test, but you can get hit by a bus the next day.
But do you not? Is this not motivation though? The telomeres, if they give you a look into your longevity, and maybe your telomeres are getting shorter than you want, the good news is you can do something about it. So maybe there's a motivational factor because you can actually slow the shortening of your telomeres by doing some things with your lifestyle and your diet. For instance, eliminating processed foods, getting rid of refined sugars, the trans fats and saturated fats. If you switch a lot of those out and you focus more on the fruits and vegetables, the natural foods that come from the ground and things of that nature, your telomeres may actually be longer. And you could live longer.
This is where antioxidants are so important.
Exactly.
Nicole is here. She actually had this test done. So, Nicole, what do you think of it?
Well, I thought it was so interesting. And, I'm 38, and I expected I was going to be, biologically much younger. And my results were actually not, I was surprised because they were not as good as I had hoped they would be. So I had also done some food testing and found out that I was sensitive to gluten. So I gave up wheat permanently. So this telomere test kind of set a baseline that I plan on looking at year after year.
And what's cool is you figured out that you have a potential gluten allergy.
Right.
And you were able to make a very major change in your eating habits that I presume has had you feeling much better. But the caution here is don't just go get this test because then you're going to get 30 more tests down the road. We know what we need to do to keep our telomeres longer. If you're suffering from a medical condition, you do need to go get that checked out. But this is a personal choice if you want to spend the money on it, and it worked for Nicole, and to each their own.